Hi everyone, happy Saturday. I am a day late from my usual flip through Fridays, but I didn't have a chance to pre-record this, and I was out all day yesterday running errands. By the time I got home, I was pretty much just wore out and done for the day. So you're getting this on Saturday instead. Um, I may or may not do a video tomorrow. Hang on a second. I haven't fully decided yet, but if I do, it will be another set of flip throughs because I just don't have anything really to talk about for a colored chat. Oh my gosh, I am doomed this morning. Just clearing my throat and cats coming in here howling. This is the second time I've started this video and now I'm yawning. So it's like the fates that be are not wanting me to do this for some reason. Anyway, I will talk more about that at the end of the video. I may even post it on my community page. I don't know if it's helpful for people to know what's coming up, and I like having a plan in place, so hopefully we can stick to that. So I think this is really a new release. I'm not sure about the Circulism Nature book. I know it's been released recently, but I don't know like if it would still technically be a new release. Same with Country Chibis, so most of these I believe are just kind of new to me books. I also have two books that I purchased off Etsy and printed out that I'm going to showcase today as well. So you get a couple unique artists today, at least unique to me, that is. So I'm going to cover the non-color by number books first, then we'll do the color by number because some people just don't have interest in color by number and there's nothing wrong with that. So I try to modify my videos when I have both involved to try to accommodate that. So let me adjust the light. There we go. So this is Country Chibis by Alexandra Franzese. This is also under her self-published series of books on Amazon. I don't know why I didn't grab this one when it first came out either, because it's cute just like the rest of her books. I just didn't, and so I was like, well, since I'm apparently in a collecting mood this month, we're going to collect this one too. And this is Amazon printed. Average size coloring book. This is very much in her typical style of coloring, so if you've seen her books before, you will already be familiar with this. If not, then there is the about the artist if you want to take a second to read that. She does very cute, I wouldn't really call them simple images, but she does large print style images that aren't too complex and detailed. I think she does backgrounds a little, but not very often, and she also introduces a light grayscale so that you could simply use lighter markers on this if you want and still get some shading. If you are not one that likes to shade, then this gives you a nice shaded effect, and if you're somebody that does like shading, it kind of gives you a guide if you want to do more. So, very cute pictures. You will see me do a picture in here the last Tuesday of the month. I will be trying one of these with pan pastels. So how nice. She's got the duck covered too, so though I thought the ducks liked water. Well, maybe they like the control of being on the water. They just don't like getting wet from the rain, from the sky water. Okay. I would not be smiling if I was that lamb and I saw that she had the little arm and leg warmers of wool, because Well, I'd be concerned if fewer of my lamb friends were around. If they're around and just a little bald, then we're gonna assume she's a nice one, and that they're just around and maybe a little bald. If they're just missing completely, then I would be concerned. That carrot is like the size of her. Cute little country western cowboy type Chibis. I guess she is learning her line dancing moves. And line dancing was like really a thing back in the 90s, and even more so in my area because I'm really close to Nashville. I don't hear as much about it lately though. That is so adorable. Oh my gosh. It's really stinking adorable. I think one of the reasons I hesitated on this is I don't typically like to color people as much, even chibis. And but then when I started doing the pastel stuff, oh, he does not like that she's on him at all. That look, I've had that look on my face many times lately. And not because somebody decided to saddle me, saddle me up, just life in general. I like this one with the full scene of her fishing. I like this one a lot. Oh, there he goes again. Every morning after breakfast, without fail, he starts howling. And I don't know why. I actually had started this video and I stopped it to get down on the floor and pet him because I thought he wanted to be pet. And he let me scritch on him a few minutes and then he walked off like he was done. And I thought, okay. So I gave him a few little freeze-dried chicken snacks, thinking that was probably really what he wanted was food, and now he's howling again. So I don't know. I don't know. And here he comes again. Um, I love the food in ratio to the chibis here. Just because the pie's so big I could swim in it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to swim in the pie. So, or I should swim in the pie. And you get a bonus page from Cute Magical. And then info. She's got a Facebook group. I think this is Coloring Books by Alexandra, Franzese, and Joshua Dunbar now. So you can scan this QR code for all her info. And there you go. Country Chibis. Let me get a drink of coffee real quick. All right. So I was on Etsy just browsing around, which is a very dangerous thing to do. I do not recommend if you are trying to keep a coloring book budget and you like to buy digital coloring books and print them out. I do not recommend just casually browsing because that's where you get to trouble. This is a type of bound book that I found on Amazon. I think it's got like 80 clear pages in it that are kind of bound to it. I got a couple of these to house my digital books. Like I've got one for Hannah Lynn, I've got one for Tim Jeffs. I've got this one that's got 2 books in it. I might be able to fit a third. I'm not sure. It may just be I think it's just going to be random downloads. And then the other one might be Deborah Muller is what I'm thinking, or various artists or something. I'm going to have to get more of these, I already know. So, all right. So the first book I saw was by this artist called Elizabeth Rose Best. And my friend Tammy over at Tammy Colors 2, her birthday is this month, and she is turning 50. And she does have a tag. If you go check it out, I think it's Fantasy for Tammy's 50th or something like that. I'll put a link to her channel in the description. You can go over there and check it out. I know one thing she really likes is dragons, and so I saw these and they were so cute that I had to get these and then and gift them to her. So this just simply says Dragons Assorted. Has Anuki Books. And then she does have an Instagram and Twitter handle if you do want to post the finished pieces online. I've never heard of her before or her art, so but after looking at this, I do want to come back and look at some of her other stuff. All of her dragons are named, which is really cool. There are 31 of them. Or themes. They're dragon themes. And so here we go. Now, obviously the book is going to be a little shiny. Let me see if I can offset that a little bit. There we go. Because I really do not want to have to pull all these back out and put them back in. So these are, they don't take up the whole page. They're just the dragon in its scene. And I just think these are so cool. The art's a lot different. Let me see. There we go. A lot different than some of the other dragon books that I have. Looks like he is maybe a honey collector. He's got a little beehive in his hand and he's got his little satchel there. Sticking his tongue out. I guess he is a fan of honey. So some of these are very stoic, serious dragons, like this one. It's kind of looking off into the distance, like you don't want to mess with this one. Looks like he's got feathers on his wings. And this one looks a little angry as well. Like he's just hanging out on a rooftop and it's like you disturbed his day. But then some of them are more cute, like this one who's a gardener. I wasn't sure what this was, but I think Tammy figured it out that it's fossils. And the themes are at the front. I'm just too lazy to compare back and forth. But I think these would be really cool, like, you know, doing a full color of the dragon and the little bits and pieces around him. Look at a little squirrel and a little mouse. And then you could just do, I mean, you could do paint on the outside, you could do distress ink, you could do pastels, watercolor, or you could just leave it white. So I like this one a lot. Little, like, dryad dragon, maybe? I like the little holes that are cut out here underneath, like to show the roots, and then you got like a little mole or something there. This is helping a little bit with the glare. This one looks like he's going on an adventure. He's all loaded up with books and scrolls and whatnot. And maps. That one's a little creepy looking with that one eye. It's almost like a smoke dragon. That's the dragon itself can't see, and it's creating an eye. Maybe it's a magic dragon. Could have quite a few stories on this one. That one almost looks cat-like a little bit. Oh, that's a long one. I thought he was like fighting another dragon. That's over here somewhere, but I think it's all the same dragon. That is a gambling dragon, I believe. Got some coins and some cards. She's got the little eggs on her back. That is very cute. So yeah, like I said, some of these are very cute looking, and then some of them are a little scurry looking. I just really like the simplicity of the images. I like dragons, I think sometimes because they seem like complex creatures to color, I get overwhelmed by the dragon and like the background and the scene. And so these make them, I guess, a little more approachable, if that makes any sense. And then there is, nope, I missed a couple, sorry. There's one here. I guess you can draw in whatever you like, in concern to what he's dreaming about. And this one's all armored up, ready for battle. And then you have this one. So there is the Dragon's Assorted book. Then I have another one, Scot Howden, with one T. This is Coloring Fantasy 3, so I guess volume 3 of this series. I haven't looked at the other two because I was trying to stop myself. I was like, all right, 2 books isn't... I ordered something else on there, and I ordered the newest Eerie book. So I was trying to like stop myself. I was like, no, I don't need to go see the other two right now. I like this one and I'll get it, but we're gonna, if I don't, I'll just buy them all. So we have this one. There is an about this book, if you want to pause and read it. And then an about this artist, if you want to stop and read it. He does have a Facebook page, Etsy shop. He is on Instagram. Some different info there. I'll set this over here somewhere. Alright. So, nameplate page. And then we get started. So I mentioned in the Country Chibis flip through that I am not big on coloring people all that often, though I do like the ones by like Christine, fantasy. Basically, if I'm going to color, I'll color fantasy type people because I feel like I can do more with their hair and skin tone. I can color anybody, you know, blue, green, chartreuse, you know, I can do that anytime, but I guess it's harder for me to envision it when it's not fantasy creatures or fantasy people. So like that little belly hanging right there. So I really liked these. Again, they're not super complicated pictures. I love this one with the little like desert fox. I thought that was really cool. Let's make sure I'm not skipping any. And I will have links to all these in the description. And this one, I guess this could be another little fox, just like a forest fox. I liked this one a lot because it was a full scene, and you got her riding the T-Rex. Like she's just commuting to work, you know, and like, okay. They said we gotta go back to the office. Guess I gotta start up with my daily T-Rex rides again. I feel like you could get through traffic pretty easily on a T-Rex, though, compared to cars. I feel like that would probably be the faster mode of transportation there. So I think his pictures with the animals are my favorite. That seal looks very concerned, like they are both looking in that water, like there's something in there other than those two. And they look pretty darn concerned about it. Maybe it's Nessie. So I have no idea if this is like well, she's a fairy and she's small and this is a shoe. So I guess that could theoretically be a mouse. At first I was like, that is a gigantic mouse, but now in looking at it, maybe not. I like the shorter hairstyles on some of his people too. Well, yeah, if I had to commute to work, I think I would pick the T-Rex over the snail. I mean, that's just me, but you know, some people want, maybe the snail is like the super fancy car of the animal world, and it's one of those flashy vehicles that where everybody stops and looks at you. So maybe, you know, you get the snail for attention, not necessarily for speed. That's what I'm guessing here. I think this would be a good winter Christmas type one. So I'm assuming these are like poinsettias, and she's got the fur on her, fur edging on her dress. But yeah, I really do like the shorter hairstyles. And of course, y'all knew as soon as I saw this one. Has a superhero Catwoman style to it. And of course, with her and the cat. Y'all knew I'd really like that one. I like this one too. Be a good autumn one. And they all actually do have names. Um, it's at the end of the printout, so didn't have a chance to. I didn't know till I got to these that this was here. Otherwise, I would have put it at the beginning, and by then I didn't want to shift it. But they all have names. So, like, you have Nightingale, Fennec Fox, Fairy. Whoops. Well, Sea Glass, Apple, Fawn, Joan of Arc, Cat's Whiskers, Fields of Gold. So that's pretty cool. And like I said, I have, so this is 25 images in this one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looks like I got about 8 pages left in here. I will probably just do random single page downloads. Alright, so the last 2 books, we have Circulism art books, A Stroll with Nature by Eclipse, or Ajay Quinnell, I believe. This is a color by number book. The only other Circulism art book I have is the Christmas Owls one, and again, I'm trying not to buy another color by number book by the same artist till I finished one of the books of theirs I do have. However, because that was a seasonal one, and I'm like, I'm not going to want to color Christmas owls all year. I wanted to get one that was like, I felt like I could color year round. So I got this one. If you're not familiar with these Circulism art books, they typically come, they are Amazon printed, but they come with a matte type finish, and then their pages, they have a standard, which is still, I don't know if the standard is just standard Amazon paper or it's still just a little glossy, but then they have the premium paper, which is like a glossy type paper similar to what Kira Churchneva uses, I think. So here is their color palette. Their color palette can be a bit challenging at times, like 7 and 8. There's red and dark red, but they don't really look all that different here. Some of these you may have to use multiple markers to get like a darker color, or like a cream. No, cream's not on here. But on some of them, the cream colors on there, some of these don't have color palettes that have colors you may not typically find in just a 25 or 50 pack of markers. But obviously you can always change colors to whatever you have, and sometimes you can achieve like a darker color or something by adding like a light cool gray to it or something, or going over it twice might give you a slightly darker shade. So, and here is a page where you can put in your own if you like, a couple different ones. So these might be a little hard to see. They are all just circles, and then they are very light numbers in these circles. I can't even get the camera to pick them up. But there are very light numbers in these circles in gray, and then this side shows you which images, which colors and numbers are being used. So again, this is the glossy marker type paper. I don't know how colored pencils do on these. I assume they probably don't do great, so this is probably more geared towards markers. Neat little duck. I actually do have a completed page in here, and you guys will get to see a little sneak peek of it. Quite a few birds in here. I was kind of hoping there would be a little bit more mix of animals. And I mean, there's quite a bit, but it seems like there's a lot of birds and fowl, poultry, if you will. Which is fine. I feel like there are more animals they could have put in place for that. It's like my one quip, I feel like, with the book. I believe this is like maybe a hedgehog. This was the one I had a little trouble deciphering what it actually is. Then here is the one I completed, which was this pretty little cardinal. Again, you had that light red and dark red, and I was able to find it in the markers I have, but if you have like a standard 50 set, depending on what set you have, some of these you may have to get a little creative on a few of the colors. A mole, a mouse maybe? Sorry for the glare. Hi, Sid. Another owl. I do like the owls very much. Horse, apparently flipping his hair around like a model would. Think that is a bull, maybe? If most of these weren't fairly easy to see, I wouldn't have, shown the whole book, but you can at least get an idea of what is there. Alright, and finally, sorry Sid, I have Easter Ceramic Tiles by Prachi, Dewan, Sachdeva. I do own a book by her, I think it's the Dinosaurs Color by Number. I do not, however, own any of her ceramic tile books, and I liked the images I could see on the cover here for the Easter one. So I decided I would pick this up. This is a book I feel like I would still color even past Easter, so it is Amazon printed. It is smaller than a typical size Amazon coloring book. It is a little shorter. It's more along the lines of like those shorter Belba family books. I can't think of what they're called right now. Kind of similar in size to that. Her color palette's here on the back. I believe that stays pretty standard. There's a Christmas and a Valentine's one, and then just a basic ceramic tiles one. And I wasn't a real big fan of that one, but like I kind of liked how the Valentine's one looked too, so I don't know. Hi Sid. Hi. Hi. Are you doing a cameo? You want everybody to see you? She wanted to be pet. She knew I was doing something else, and she said, nope. You're gonna pet me, ma'am. Can I pet you like over here, and then I can pet you with one hand and do the flip through with the other hand? Can we do that? Now she's licking me. Maybe. She's not falling for it. This is trickery. This is trickery, Mama. God, I may have to pause this video. Yeah, let me pause it. Give her some pets. Okay, I got her to the side. We'll see how long this lasts. This book belongs to Paige. There are 25 ceramic tile designs. If you want to pause and read that. 8.5 by 8.5 is the book size. So you get your color palette on the left, and then you get your image on the right. These are definitely nice and easy pictures that give you... Sometimes I want to color a picture that is a nice, pretty, colorful picture, and I don't want to put a lot of thought into it, and I don't want to spend a lot of time on it. And this style of books, I'm going to get it out at some point, is, I think, ideal if that is why you like to color. I also have a finished page in this one, kind of as an example to show you guys, with alcohol marker. Turned out very cute. I like the lamb a lot. I might do him next. If I keep petting her, guys, maybe she'll stay right there. Maybe. Oh no, now she's got my other hand. Oh no. We're in real trouble now. There she goes. Oh, that one's cute. I like that one too. Alright, she got some pets. She bounced off. She's, I think, a little frisky this morning. Can't make too much noise though. My husband's still asleep. Leroy is over here sulking next to the computer. I think he is getting a little more grumpy about slightly colder temperatures, because it's like 47 outside right now. We had a bit of a cold front pass through last night, and used to be, this one will be a cute one to do, used to be this temperature was fine by him. It was just warm enough he would plant himself outside happily. And now he gets spoiled when it gets up to 60s, you know, high 50s to 60s and 70s. And so when it gets slightly colder like this morning, then he comes in and grumps. So it is not going to get much warmer, I think, than it is already. So he may not be outside too much today. It will, however, warm up tomorrow, so. I think I like the themed books because there are specific images to the themes, obviously. Like I said, I like the Valentine's one too, but I think I'm going to try to finish this book before I get any of her others. And like I said, this is one I feel like I'll color outside of the Easter time frame, whatever that may be. Here's where you can fill in some color charts to use. I don't know if her color chart's exactly like Sach and Sachdeva's. I think it is. It's the same type, which makes it easy to, you know, convert between books. And they're That should say Easter ceramic tiles. Makes it easy to when you switch between their books, and also their colors are pretty easy to find in like a small set of markers. So all right, so there we go. Now I may or may not do a video tomorrow. I am pretty wore out. I had to get up extra early for work a few times this week. I'm haven't slept well. I just am not feeling great. I do not feel up to really don't have a lot going on, so I don't feel up to a color and chat tomorrow. And I know I said a live stream, but that's kind of out of the that's out of the realm of possibility this weekend. But if I do a video tomorrow, it'll be a flip through, and I'll make the call tomorrow morning. If I don't feel like doing it tomorrow morning, it probably won't get done. Tuesday will be a demo video of the Pebbles chalk. I finally got that. We will be doing this like the other pictures I've been doing this month in demos in the Franzese Cute and Magical book. Then next Friday will be a flip through Friday. Over the weekend will either be a color and chat or a live stream. And then the next demo, the last pastels demo like that this month, will be the pan pastels in Country Chibis. We will do completed pages probably on that Friday, or the supply haul on that Friday, and then I'll do the other one over the weekend. It'll either be completed pages Friday, supply haul Sunday, or other way around. I'll post the schedule on the community page if you guys are interested. Actually do have another page. I'm going to use the Derwent. I finally got my full set of Derwent pastel pencils, and I've got a page I want to do watercolor base with pastel pencils over it. That may be what you guys see next weekend, is what I'm hoping. So anyway, that's pretty much it for me. I may do a little coloring this weekend. My start of the week's going to be busy, so I probably need to go ahead and work on Tuesday's video. But honestly, I may be just playing some computer games this weekend. I am seriously due for a reset of mentally and physically right now. I'm overdue for it. I just don't know how to get there. So anyway, hope you guys are doing well. And yeah, if you don't see me, I will post the schedule for the rest of the month tomorrow. And if you just see that, and it'll say on there whether or not I'm posting a video tomorrow. So I guess you'll find out then. Thanks guys, and bye for now.